Welcome to YOU Bijou. This is tile number 52. That means we've been doing this for a year, 52 weeks. So today's tangle is called Foundabout, and let's get started. Pause the video to set any intentions you have or to gather any supplies you need. I am going to use a Tortillion and a pencil as well as a Micron 01. So let's start with our corner dots. Turning your tile, relaxing your grip, remembering to breathe, and then connecting the dots to create a frame on our tile. Just a border, somewhere to start so we're not drawing off the edge of our tile. Sometimes I enjoy drawing off the edge of the tile, and other times I feel called to make the corner dots with the border. So I'm actually going to start in the corner with this. I'm going to set my pencil and my Tortillion aside, and we are going to start in the corner and begin this tangle. So I start in the corner and I draw like, it's kind of like a stem. It comes to a point, but a pretty narrow aura. And then coming off of this one, drawing another stem. And coming back, and then coming maybe halfway up this one, drawing another stem. You can make these as curvy as you'd like or as narrow as you'd like. And then again, about halfway, maybe another one. So we're just going back and forth, drawing these stems. Let's do one more smaller one up here, like that. And then from there, we're going to start at the bottom. I'm going to start at the bottom stem that we drew here, and we're going to make like leaf shapes. And you can make these however it feels good for you. There's no like right or wrong shape. And they can connect, like you could bring them all the way in and connect at a point, or you can leave, I like to leave a little bit of space there. And again, I'm just creating these kind of leafy shapes. Sometimes I go a little more like round, and sometimes I like to leave a little dip there. There's not really a right or wrong. It's just how they come onto the page. But this is, I think of this as a botanical tangle. So there we have one side of the, I'm going to say foliage complete. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, but we're going to draw behind the leaves we've already drawn. So I'm going to connect in, and I'm going to start at the bottom just so that I don't get lost in, and I'm going to go every other, right? So I start at the bottom, then I move up to here, draw the other side. That kind of lands there. Then I move to this one. Then I move to this one. And then this one. Like that. So then if you want to embellish, you can pick one side of the, like the leaf pattern, and you could draw auras in. So if I go to the left of every one and draw auras, I'm just going to go down this side first, just because I find that easier so I don't have to turn my tile quite so much. And then go to the other side and do that same thing. So these, like this. Again, Just retrace that line. I'm not meaning to, it's just happening that way today. My pen is getting stuck in there. I'm not even pressing that hard. It's just the way it's unfolding. So that is Foundabout. You can make these a lot skinnier or like more tightly auraed, and then it changes how it looks. You can neaten, like, I don't mean neaten them up like these are messy, but I just mean like squish these in as well to make them narrower. So it changes the look of the tangle based on how like how far open you have these stems. You could have them a little more like tall and vertical versus more going toward horizontal. So this is a tangle that you can really play with, and it will change how it looks. So I encourage you to do that. The steps are the same no matter which way you go. And then if we're doing a shading in this, I feel like I'm just going to go on the underside of every stem that we drew and just put some graphite down. And then take my Tortillion. And I want to leave some highlight. Like I want to get it right up next to the stems, but I also want to leave some highlight on the leaf, but I also like it to kind of cloud out, like cloud down onto the leaf. And then that feels pretty good. You could aura all the way around it, or not aura, but like shade all the way around it so this pops out, but I'm not really feeling like I am going to do that today. I am going to use my Tortillion and smudge the frame because I like that look when I use a frame but don't fill the space. So I'm just using small circles. They're kind of like ovals along the edge just to smudge that out. And then I feel like I like it this way, and I'm going to sneak my chop kind of just off this edge like that. And then on the back, oh, did I do that on camera? I may have been off camera there. There we go. My chop. And then I'm going to YOU Bijou. And then the date. And then initials. And then this tangle is called Foundabout. Enjoy. Have a great day. Bye.